Tuesday night, Georgia Democrats chose former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms as their nominee for governor. And now Democrats are hoping that she can do something no Democrat has been able to do in more than 20 years, win a governor's race in Georgia. With Democrats celebrating her nomination, Republicans are headed to a June 16th runoff for the Republican nomination. Politico reports Trump-backed Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones clinched a spot in the gubernatorial runoff alongside billionaire Rick Jackson, who told supporters he'd govern like Donald Trump with a Southern tone. Keisha Lance Bottoms says both men are fighting for Donald Trump's approval.
Republican primary for governor. Two grown men fighting to kiss the ass of an ass.
It's embarrassing. I'm Keisha Lance Bottoms, and unlike some people, I'm not running for governor to be Donald Trump. I'm running to stand up to him, to expand Medicaid, guarantee pre-K for all kids, and lower taxes for working families. This may be funny, but what you're going through is not. Let's do something about it.
Joining us now is Keisha Lance Bottoms, former mayor of Atlanta and former senior advisor to President Biden. She's currently the Democratic nominee for governor in Georgia. She's the author of The Rough Side of the Mountain, a memoir. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. This is not an easy campaign you've entered, and you don't even know who your opponent is. Will it matter which one of these people emerges as your Republican opponent?
No, they really are the same. One has already received the endorsement of Donald Trump, and one is spending millions of dollars to try and receive his endorsement. So they are both extreme MAGA Republicans, completely out of touch with the needs of Georgians. Their concern is just pleasing Donald Trump and adding to the chaos that we are already experiencing in this state because of his policies.
What do you see as the number one issue in this campaign?
Everywhere that I go, the conversation is around the cost of living and just how expensive everything is. Even before the war in Iran, people were already complaining about the price of groceries, the cost of housing, and then you add on top of that on the refusal of MAGA Republicans to extend ACA subsidies. So now people are concerned about the cost of health care. Medicaid expansion has not happened in this state. We're one of 9 states that have not expanded Medicaid. We've already had 9 rural hospitals to close, utility costs. These are the issues that people are talking about in every single corner of the state, and they're looking for leaders who can offer real solutions.
I wanted to show something that Congressman Ocasio-Cortez revealed in a hearing about the water supply now, how it's endangered in Georgia. Let's listen to this.
I have a jar right here. This is the current drinking water in Morgan County, Georgia. Right after a data center was constructed, the Meta data center was constructed, the only difference between the clean water and this was that data center. I think both of us can agree that neither one of these things are drinkable.
How can Georgia handle issues like that?
Yeah, so I want to put a pause on data centers. We don't know the difference between fact and fiction when it comes to data centers in the state. Obviously, when you see examples like that, you know that something's gone terribly wrong. People are attributing data centers to the rising utility costs. And also people are concerned about the overall impact on the environment. We've heard stories around the state of people saying that their water supply has been significantly reduced when data centers come up in their backyard. And it's a very often a complicated discussion because there are some cities who have asked and appreciated the economic boom that the data centers are bringing, but obviously balancing that with what communities are feeling and what their concerns are. So I am asking for a pause for us to do a deep dive and understand if the billions of dollars in incentives that were given to attract these data centers have been worth it.
Georgia Democratic gubernatorial nominee Keisha Lance Bottoms, thank you very much for joining us. Please come back during the campaign.
Thank you.